Hey, it's Dr. Wander. Today I want to talk about the different types of diabetes. Most people think there's just type 1 and type 2, and those are types of diabetes, obviously. But there are actually many, many different types. But today I want to focus on the four of them. So there's type 2, which some of you think you are, and you might be. And then there's type 1, which is not reversible. It can be helped, by the way, but not reversible because this person's pancreas is not secreting insulin. And so they'll always need to be on insulin. So that's type 1 and type 2. Then there's type 3, which is AKA, also known as sugar brain or Alzheimer's. That's type 3 diabetes. And then there's type 1.5. Type 1.5 means you actually have an autoimmune disease, whether you know it or not, and you can't regulate your blood sugar. And so how do you know if you have an autoimmune disease? Well, you need to be tested for it, but here's a couple hints to determine do you have an autoimmune disease or are you a type 1.5 diabetic? So if someone in your blood family has been already diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, such as type 1 diabetes, rheumatoid arthritis, psoriatic arthritis, multiple sclerosis, lupus, eczema, psoriasis, Raynaud's syndrome, these are all autoimmune, Hashimoto's, Graves, these are all autoimmune diseases. So if you know of someone in your blood family, there's a higher percentage chance that you're actually a type 1.5 diabetic. Another hint is if there are a lot of people in your blood family who have a thyroid and or hormone issue, that's a good hint that you're probably a type 1.5 diabetic. Another one is if there are females in your blood family who have had trouble either getting or staying pregnant, that's a good indication that you could be a type 1.5 diabetic because that correlates very strongly with autoimmunity. If any women in your family have been diagnosed with PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, which will also lead to infertility most of the time and blood sugar issues, these are high probability chances that you're actually a type 1.5 diabetic and not a type 2 diabetic. And if you're being treated as a type 2 diabetic, but not a type 1.5 diabetic, it's going to be really difficult to improve your blood sugar. I mean, the reality of that situation is you have autoimmune issues that need to be addressed that probably are not being addressed if you don't know. And the reason that's important is because autoimmune diseases are genetic. So type 2 diabetes does not have a genetic component, but autoimmune diseases are genetic. And type 1 diabetes is actually an autoimmune disease as well. The key to treating autoimmune diseases is we need to find how many of the 59 triggers that a person has. In other words, triggers are things that are not going well in their body that are causing other issues, such as blood sugar dysregulation, right? That would be a thing that's not going well in your body. So these are the types of things we discuss and go over in a little bit more great detail in the ABCs of diabetes, the ABCs formula for diabetes. So if you're interested, click the link and register, and you'll be able to learn a lot more in your future.